Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do another review, this time on the Bass Jack's Cat LED wireless headphones. That's my little cat voice. But anyway, you can find this product on Five Below for about $6 with some change, $5.55 or $6 and some change. The prices do vary. They did have a price increase. I forget the exact amount. But without further ado, let's hop right into this review. So this right here is the headset. Now I did already take it out of the box. And just so you guys know, I did a review on this earlier, but I didn't post it because of the camera quality. I ended up getting a new phone. So this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max that I'm using. And if you're looking at the condition of this box, this is actually the condition that the box came in when I first purchased it. It wasn't many left in the store at the time. Anyhow, micro USB. That's what the charger is for this particular headset. You do have your books, which lets you know exactly what the buttons do, but we're going to go over that shortly anyway, so we don't really need to look at that. So here's the headset right here. Now on the first glance, if you look at this, you may say, well, you know what, it's not that bad. You know, you get it's a Bluetooth headset. This does have up to 4 to 5 hours of battery life, depending on the volume that you have, a maximum of 5. It does take 2 hours to charge. So you're looking at about a total of 2 hours from it being completely used and dying to a full charge. So if you're a responsible person and you charge your headsets, you probably get about a half an hour, depending on how much time you use it. But this is definitely a headset you'll probably be charging every single day. Just thinking about the battery life alone just goes to show this isn't a very decent battery life headset, but it is better than the ones they normally have, like the speakers that are normally 1.5 hours, 2 hours. At least you do get 4 to 5. So you're able to watch an actual full movie, or if you have children or whoever you give this to, is actually able to watch content on it without it dying immediately. Of course, you can do phone calls on this. We will get to that segment about phone calls, about the call quality, which I'm not going to give you guys a sample because when you hear what I have to say, it's kind of self-explanatory. You can probably figure out how good the call quality is from this right away. You have your cushions right here, as you can see. This mesh netting. What I will say when it comes to comfort is that this mesh netting does not feel that good at all. It doesn't protect the inside of your ear. And this cushion, in my opinion, isn't thick enough because this headset doesn't have much bending range. Like when headsets are looser, it fits better on your head for comfort. Or if it's not looser, the earmuffs are much bigger and much thicker. But remember, this is from Five Below, so you're looking for a cheaper product, so you get what you get. This is something that I suggest for people with smaller ears, not adults. Some adults have small ears too with small heads. If you have a big head, this is not going to fit well for you because it's going to stretch and expand. It's going to feel tight against your head, and it's going to press against your ears, which I will give you guys some shots about with this on my actual head so you can have an idea of what it is that I'm talking about. Yes, it's definitely cheaply made. There's no doubt about that. Very, very cheaply made. To power it on, here's your power button right here. This is the battery. This is there's lights right here. So in the next section, I'm going to pop this on my head and actually show you guys how it looks. So like I was saying earlier in the video, if you take a look at this headset, this is how it feels. Well, this is how it looks on your head. This is how it'll be if you actually turn those lights on. This is how it is if the lights are off. It's one click button. Again, for an adult like me, because these headphones are cheaply made, you can feel the pressure of the headset pressing against the side of my head. No matter where I put this, if I push this further back, if I push it further forward, you can still feel literally the pressure of it crushing the side of my head. It's not much flexibility, so that's why I say if you have a smaller head or you're a child, it's possible to use this comfortably, but as a full-grown adult, I can't really say I suggest it for the comfort alone. But hey, my ears are blinking. So right here, let's show you how to actually sync this headset. So right here, you'll hold the power button, and if you watch this light, it's on. It'll go boop, boop, boop. It'll light, and it'll blink red and blue. When it's blinking red and blue, that means that the headset is currently in sync mode. What we're going to go ahead and put this right here so you guys can see it. What we're going to go ahead and do right here in real time is searching. Now, it says it can't pair at the bottom because I actually previously had it paired. Searching mode is going to come out as BP Cat HP. So as soon as you tap that, it should go through its usual sync. If you're using an Android, it'll probably ask you, are you sure you want to sync, or do you want this to have access to your call log or whatever it is? It really depends on each device that you use, that you're syncing it to. If you're Apple, it'll just sync right away. It won't ask any questions. It'll just be synced. So now the headset is currently synced. That's simple. That's how it is to sync the headset. Very, very simple. It doesn't look like you have to hold the power button or anything like that until it blinks, which is the traditional way that most older headsets used to do that. So you guys should be good on that aspect of things. So if we're talking about sound, these have some serious mediocre sound. If you factor in the fact that they're very uncomfortable for adults, if you factor in the fact that the sound, oh, by the way, my finger's a little dirty. The box is dirty, so that's my excuse. If you factor in the sound of this particular headset, to be honest, I've heard corded headphones and Five Below that sound much better than these. This isn't for call quality. I'm sorry, let me flip it this way. These are not for call quality. I want to tell you that right now. They're terrible headphones if you're looking for something for longevity. They're not good headphones if you're talking about call quality. Now remember, if you're using, you don't have to use a high-end headset to be able to immediately tell the difference that it's cloudier during phone calls, it gets distorted with music. I actually, from the short amount of time that I put this on my head in the video and recording in the next section, I actually have pain in the sides of my head because of the fact that it was pressed. This headset has no wiggle room. There's no flexibility in the headset itself. So it actually was hurting my head. And the reason I'm talking about that is because now that I mentioned the flexibility and how much pressure and how these cuffs are pressed literally against my head. Whenever I try to listen to music on this, number one, the music doesn't sound good to begin with. It doesn't have bass. It does a terrible job of high, low, mids. It doesn't do a very good job of any of that. Now, granted, you can still listen to music comfortably. What I mean by that is you still can hear and feel the music. And some headsets are so bad and so distorted that it's just like you just have to take it off and you're like, I can't do this. As an adult or a music lover, you cannot consciously use these and say, this is worth it. It's not at all. This is something that you buy someone that, I wouldn't even say you buy this for someone that has Bluetooth on their computer and they're streaming. It just doesn't have the quality to keep up with basic everyday life, if that makes sense. This is something that I would give my niece. This is something that I would give my goddaughters or something. Of course, I have to make sure that it properly fits them. It doesn't hurt, so I might have to try multiple pairs. But for that $5 price tag, you may say, but you know what? Most kids are at that age where, like I said, a smaller kid may not even have to adjust this right here. They can just put it on their head as is. So it's going to be a lot looser and a lot more comfortable for them. But that's about it. If we're talking about sound, I give it like a 2 out of 10. It's terrible when you really consider all the other heads. And I'm just comparing this to other headsets in the Five Below sector. I'm not comparing this to J-Labs. I'm not comparing this to like those $20 headphones. I'm comparing this to other Bluetooths that's being sold at, Five Below. They even have skull candies at Five Below. Granted, they're corded, but you get better sound. You know you're going to get better sound with skull candy than this Bass Jacks. Not that they don't make good headphones. It's just that it's hit and miss with this company. They're hitting a particular demographic. They know what they're doing. They're selling certain products, where there's wholesaling to certain companies. Five Below is one of them. People walk in, they see a headset, they say, cool, let me buy this for a kid. You'd be surprised how many people will look at this and say, this is amazing for my child. And the reality of the situation is, no, it's not. It's not good. And most people don't shop around. They just pick up what they see and they just hope it works out for the person. You know, I'm very conscious about what I give a person because I wouldn't want junk in return. But I'm not going to completely say that this is junk. What I am going to say is that, again, if you're listening to music, if a child is listening to Caillou or something, I don't know what children watch these days. This is Franklin, show my age. This is ideal for that. If you listen to little nursery rhymes, if they're watching videos about Let's Plays of Minecraft and kids playing with toys and all that stuff, this is fine for a smaller kid, but you still have to be very conscious that there's a possibility that you'll buy them this, and they may say that it feels uncomfortable. One thing I forgot to mention was this right here, this little cushion. Let's just say that this cushion is non-existent. It doesn't really add any oomph to anything because everything you feel is being crushed on the sides. I didn't even notice as this was here. The top of my head didn't hurt, so I'm guessing this is doing its job. But these cushions are trash. They're not good. If the cushions were double the size, thicker, if they were more plush, if they had better quality, obviously you'd be paying more money, so that beats the whole purpose of the $5 price tag or $6 price tag. But I'm just saying that's what will make this thing comfortable. And I can't consciously say you should buy these just because of the comfort alone. Sound is one thing. We can get past the sound. If you're just trying to get someone to give you, like, listen, I just need to get them a stocking stuffer. It's a holiday season. Black Friday's over, Cyber Monday sales, things like that. You know, well, Cyber Monday's over too. It's actually Tuesday. But the point is that sales are still going on. And some people, even during that time, can't necessarily afford $50, $60 headphones. They can't afford AirPods being $109 or $99. Money is tight. People have COVID happen. I understand. This is why I review these type of products. But I will say, before you purchase this, just be aware it's a possibility you might have to buy the child another headset because of how tight this particular one is. I can't stress that enough. But other than that, that is the video. I was going to do a little section that said, should you buy it? I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just going to throw that in with the sound profile. I didn't see an IP rating for these headphones, so I'm going to assume that they're not. And even when I look inside the instructions, I'm going to assume that they're not. There's nothing here on the box that says that it is micro USB. It's just whatever it comes. I said micro USB, I'm sorry. Water resistant, that's what I meant to say. I didn't see anything, no IP rating, no nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and assume don't get caught out with these outside. Sure, it could probably take a couple drops of rain, but realistically, you don't want to get electrocuted while wearing this. And if you damage it, at least it's only $6, $7 to replace at the taxes. Like I said, that's the video. Like, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one.